Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So this is a short video. Hopefully this will help you fight the Gulley boss in Uncollected mode. Now before you get to her, you have a decision to make. As you can see here, you have one linked node that increases her recovery. You have another node that gives her stun immunity, and the last two nodes give her alternately immunity to bleed and immunity to poison. So depending on what you want to deal with, you will have to take one of them out and she will get the other three. Now in this video, what I did was I took out the stun immunity because that's the one that gives me personally the most trouble. Alright, so looking at her node, you can see that she has Spectre, so don't expect to do a lot of healing in this fight. Alright, let's examine this aspect of war, because that's the worst buff that you're going to have to deal with. Alright, so at the start of the fight, the attacker's block proficiency begins to decay to 0 over 50 seconds. And this defender is unblockable against enemies with 0 block proficiency. Alright, so what that means is that you have 50 seconds. During that first 50 seconds, your block proficiency is going to continue going down, which means you're going to take increasingly larger amounts of block damage. And once the 50 seconds is up, you will have no block proficiency. You will be taking horrendous amounts of damage, and she becomes unblockable. Alright, so let's continue. In addition, this defender gains unstoppable and stun immunity for 6 seconds when activating a special attack. The unstoppable effect is removed prematurely if the player intercepts any dash or heavy attack. Alright, so every time she fires off a special, her special 1 or her special 2, she's going to go unstoppable, and she'll be stun immune for 6 seconds. Now, if you are good at intercepting, you can intercept and turn that off early. Now, why you would want to do that is so that you have more time to get her down before that 50 seconds is up. But I recommend that unless you're really good at intercepting, you just wait it out. And that's what you're going to see me do in this video. When she gets her unstoppable after her special, I just wait it out. I don't try to do an intercept or anything like that. A lot of people that I've spoken to that have a lot of trouble with her, they were trying to intercept. And I just don't recommend that. Unless you're really, really good, it's safer and easier to just wait it out. And you can see the rest of her active buffs, but the aspect of war, that's the big one. Alright, so we're going to go into some gameplay, and you'll see that I chose Spider-Man Stark Enhanced. But you can really use almost any champion. I would recommend using high damage champions or power control champions. They seem to me to work the best. And remember, you're working within those 50 seconds before the fight becomes a little bit more difficult and she becomes unblockable. So the more damage you can do before that happens, the better, because you're going to have to bait out her specials a lot more, and you're going to have to try to bait those heavies out and stay away from her as much as possible after the 50 seconds, or else you're going to take a lot of damage very quickly, even when you're blocking. Alright, so you can see here I'm basically building up the poise charges and just doing damage. I'm stunning her as much as I can, and in a minute she's about to go unblockable. Alright, so she went unstoppable, and as you can see here, I'm staying away from her like I recommend, but she's unblockable. I baited out that heavy, and I went in and got her down. So it's not really a very difficult fight if you know how she works. Now granted, I did use Stark Spider-Man, and he is a rank 4 5-star. You may end up having to use a revive or two, but if you play well and you keep those things in mind, you try not to take a lot of block damage, you try to do as much damage as you can, as quickly as you can, and you stay away from her when she gets her unstoppable, you shouldn't have too much trouble with this Gulley. But she is a challenging fight. So don't feel bad if you end up having to revive several times. It's a challenging fight. So that's going to do it, guys. If you liked the video, please consider smashing that like button. It really helps me out. If you have not subscribed already, please consider giving me a subscription. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought about this video. If you want to support the channel, in the description below, I have a link to my Patreon account. You can follow that link and become a patron and help the channel out. And you guys have a blessed day.